الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر.
Truly, Allah Almighty created man and then clearly showed him the straight path that he must follow in this life. In this world of ours, there are those people who follow any religion and practice its teachings, yet they often forget the actual essence of why religion was given to all mankind in the first place. They keep religion in a secondary position and rank specifically because they prioritize their own worldly desires and personal social gains over the core spiritual commands given to them by the Almighty. That they claim that religion is essentially meant to improve and refine our earthly lives. Therefore, we believe we need religion primarily to straighten out our lives and to make everything function smoothly in this world. It is indeed true that a person's life can be set straight through religion, and many benefits can be reaped from following its righteous and holy path faithfully. But the primary goal of religion is not simply to fix your life. Sometimes strictly following religion actually ruins your material life and worldly comfort. Now consider the powerful example of a person who, while strictly following the dictates of religion, makes a great sacrifice and ultimately embraces martyrdom for the sake of Allah. So has his life truly improved or has it worsened in purely worldly terms? You will have to speak up and answer. In my view, it has certainly worsened for him here. I am detailing this today specifically because many religious scholars currently misinterpret these important and central spiritual concepts. By explaining the wisdom and benefits of religion, they have made it clear to people as if its sole purpose is success in this world, rather than focus on the eternal life, to fix this world. While the world does naturally improve through it, fixing the world is not the actual primary goal that religion was meant to achieve for humanity. Its purpose is neither peace nor tranquility. Some people claim that Allah commanded us to follow religion only to solve our problems and find ease in living, so that we may attain a life of peace. Although following religion certainly grants a peaceful life as a byproduct, but that is not the reason why the command to follow religion was given. All the various religions that currently exist across the world today tend to focus heavily on the material benefits one can gain by being a faithful and devoted follower of them. They tempt people with worldly greed. They say if you follow religion, you'll find work, or if you visit the temple daily, all your troubles will vanish. Then all your tasks will be completed. If you do this, then great things will happen for you. The Quran tells us about this world you are trying so hard to improve. The Quran tells us that this life is temporary and it should not be the focus of our ultimate efforts. It is a fleeting illusion, a house of deceit. Stop worrying about it. If you must care for it, do so because Allah and His Messenger commanded it for your own benefit and success. The core truth and fundamental purpose is worshipping Allah and serving Him alone with complete devotion and sincerity. Those chasing peace, thinking they can fix their life to find tranquility and calm, will never find it because they are looking in the wrong place for true spiritual satisfaction. Clear your mind and stop worrying about these things. Let us now see how those who suffer from obsessive doubts and intrusive thoughts are treated effectively to gain true mental clarity and peace. Consider those who perform ablution but feel it is never quite finished. They spend hours and hours performing it over and over again. The cure? If you doubt your foot is wet after washing it, then you must simply stop and move on immediately. Then go ahead and pray with that very doubt. Don't keep trying to wash it, just stop. If you stay obsessed with it, your whole life will be ruined by these nagging and pointless doubts that have no basis in reality. Just recently, a patient suffering from obsessive doubts and his father visited me. The man himself told me very clearly, I have these recurring doubts and intrusive thoughts that I simply cannot get rid of. His father was there too. The obsession is that his wudu is never valid and forming the intention takes him half an hour each time. It takes him at least half an hour just to form the simple intention for prayer, repeating to himself, I intend to pray Zuhr, I intend to pray Zuhr over and over again and again every single time. His father told me that whenever he sits down to perform wudu in the bathroom, he loses track of time and stays there for a very long while. He washes his feet for 30 minutes, doubting they are wet, calling others to check for him constantly. He asked me for a cure for his son. I said, see a psychiatrist, but I also have a remedy. When he performs wudu under your supervision, once water is poured on the feet, that's it. Don't let him pour it again. If he insists on wasting time, give him a firm slap to wake him up from his obsessive mental state. I told the father, why slap the kid? Just grab him firmly by the ear and say, come on, that is quite enough. Go pray now without any more delay or doubt. He'll still doubt if his feet are wet. So tell him clearly, Even if your feet are actually dry, your prayer will still be valid in the eyes of God because of your condition. There's a special package for you. Washing your entire foot isn't necessary at all. This is your personal religious package for this illness. I know for a fact he will still wash his entire foot. I said, give him one. I said, if you had dealt with it like this from the very start, it wouldn't have come to this stage. I said, these types of people need a firm hand, are not people who understand reason. An obsessive person will never understand through politeness. Then I said, when he comes and starts his intention saying, I intend for Zuhr, give him a hard slap right then. Then he'll say, I don't even know what I am doing anymore or where I am. Am I praying Zuhr or Asr? Say, brother, your prayer will be valid without that. What did you come here for? You came to pray, didn't you? If that's not intention, what is? So I said, this is a mandatory slap. That is exactly what it is to fix his broken mind. You've heard of deserving of death or deserving of punishment. There is also a thing called a mandatory slap. So look, if we just leave him like that, telling him first satisfy yourself, make sure you are absolutely certain about your wudu before you go to pray. He will never be able to pray. If you tell him, pray only when you're absolutely certain your feet are washed, will he be satisfied? Will his illness decrease or grow? It will surely grow. This was just one example. Someone who is constantly chasing happiness in the world, wanting only joy and satisfaction, finds that it stays far away from him. Thinking I must find peace, his illness only increases. This lust to create peace, this greed for pleasure and luxury, instead of this lust decreasing through fulfillment, it actually keeps growing and consuming the person more and more. It grows. And if greed for anything worldly arises in the heart, will it bring peace or total restlessness? Brother, the strong desire for anything material is nothing but a heavy burden. If you carry it around, it's total restlessness, brother, so you should stop worrying about it completely and focus on what truly matters in your spiritual life. May I get joy, may I get comfort, adopt the means of happiness, but say to yourself that our life's purpose isn't focused on worldly happiness or material success at all. This is the goal of the Westerners, the objective of the disbeliever. In Pashto, they call a disbeliever son of an infidel. Searching for happiness only in this world and being completely fixated on it is a total and absolute waste of your precious time. On whether I'm happy or not, whose job is that? The son of an infidel's. It's not a Muslim's job to worry about such trifles. I'm just a bit tired today. Please excuse my low energy. So I seem a bit low. It doesn't mean I'm stressed. I'm just a bit drained, tired, really haven't slept, just landed. What happened was a small travel mishap. The flight ticket we had booked from the Jeddah airport turned out to be for a different terminal altogether. There are 3 airports there, so we reached the wrong one, then found out it wasn't this one, but that one located very far away from us, making it impossible to catch the flight. And that was so far that we couldn't even reach it, so the flight left. Because of that, all night and then all day. Anyway, I'll speak properly. Don't think fatigue will make me say anything wrong or confusing to you during this lecture today, as I am still very much aware of my words. Things will be fine, God willing. So while departing, we took a PIA flight to get here as quickly as possible under the circumstances, even though the travel was quite exhausting for everyone. I still haven't recovered from that fatigue. On that PIA flight, what was a gentleman doing that caught my attention and made me think about the general state of our community and its behavior. Now look at the state of our nation. No one will know who I mean, so it won't be backbiting, God willing. See, the Prophet PBUH said something very important about the signs of faith. A person who doesn't remove a harmful object from the path, even though they didn't throw it, someone else did, is not fulfilling their duty as a believer who cares for the well-being of others. But they saw it and failed to remove that harmful object from the path. They aren't even at the lowest level of faith according to the Hadith of our beloved Prophet PBUH. I often give this example. In the Quran and Sunnah, universal principles are explained through specific instances that we can all relate to. Meaning, examples are provided to explain principles. This is why the Prophet PBUH said, I was granted comprehensive speech, which contains vast meanings in few words. Allah has granted me comprehensive words. What does comprehensive words mean in the context of Islamic jurisprudence? Within 23 years, he had to guide humanity until the day of judgment. Time was short. So if he focused only on minor details, then how could he leave a perfect law for the entire world until the end of time? Look, can laws for 23,000 years be made in 23 years? Why don't you speak? Every single detail cannot be there. So those details are examples. Laws are hidden within them. And that is why there is the essential process of ijtihad in our religion. Jurists have performed ijtihad. Mujtahids emerged in the ummah, who used their reason and thought to practice ijtihad for the benefit of the community. If the laws were not there, why would ijtihad exist? everything would be in the Hadith and we would just follow it.